Hello everyone, I am Asha Singh and I am going to speak on the topic Ecotourism. Stop exploiting the living world. First of all, what is ecotourism? Ecotourism is a new concept of arrangement for tourists to make a natural spot into a touristic destination without damaging or harming environment. It is a tourism conducted responsibly to save the environment and sustaining the well-being of local people. Pretty interesting, right? Because you can understand the benefits of ecotourism like conserving the environment, awareing the people about environment and bringing benefit to local people and spreading local culture. Thus, it is a way of sustainable development. But let's talk about the practical scenario. As government and tourism industry plans an ecotouristic spot, they actually focus over the profit and making it product. Thus, they try to create a lavish and comfortable spot for the tourists and harming the environment. How? Let's talk about it also. As ecotourism is the fastest growing sector in the tourist industry, growing annually about 10 to 15% worldwide. So it is becoming a good business. It tries to snatch more profit. As ecotourism is growing, let us talk about the country example. South Africa is one of the example of ecotourism. It is bringing much profit to the country, but it has been harming the local people. They are asked to excavate their local places. Their fundamental rights are violated, and it harms the wildlife and their people. As ecotourism flourishing there, the flourishing fauna and flora is degrading. Another point is, as this is a symbol, any ecotouristic point is the symbol of home country, and it attracts tourists from many countries. So, to create a good impression, the local authorities are bound to show it in a very good way. To provide basic amenities like sanitation, drinking water, etc., they utilize the non-renewable sources of that particular places, thus exploiting the natural resources. Another thing is to provide infrastructure facilities like hotels, stay points, sitting points, etc. The habitat destruction happens due to deforestation. Thus, we harm the wildlife habitat, and deforestation also occurs due to ecotourism as it flourishes. Another point is the picture clicking, the crowd, the bird watching, the watching of animals, etc. These all things trouble animals a lot. Imagine you are sitting at your home and people bump in your home. Imagine, awkward, right? Awkward imagination. So this is how it happens with animals too. They get scared, their nesting and feeding habitat disrupts, and it leads to their inbreeding and migration, thus endangering the species. Another important point is local people. They are promised to be given employment and jobs and financial benefits, etc., but they are not given that. Instead, they are asked to excavate their local places, their local home, and they are disheartened by this. The famous Maasai nomads is the example of this. They were asked to excavate their local places. Their resentment angered them so much that they killed the local wildlife, which was innocent, and there was no mistake of that wildlife and those animals in their resentment. Therefore, ecotourism is a wonderful concept in theories, but it is not. It is actually harming the wildlife, the habitat, and the environment together. On the name of sustainable development, we have actually occupied the biodiversified spots, the hotspots, and the living world of other creatures. As you can see that ecotourism is growing, it is harming equally. We all have to be sure that to make any ecotouristic spot, there should be very clear regulations and rules for the tourists. But it is not happening. This mother planet is beautiful because of its environment, because it is a living world for all the creatures, and to protect it, this is our prime duty to protect it. And we must know that this environment is equally for all of us, for human being and for all, because on the name of development we already have snatched the environment, we already harmed the environment, so it is very important to protect it. At last, I want to say that beautiful environment starts with you. Save environment and raise your voice against all that disrupts the environment and protect the environment. I want to thank Asha Akanksha Foundation for giving me this wonderful opportunity to express my opinions and raise my voice on the very crucial topics of environment on this Environment Today. Thank you.